everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be talking theories about what Alya's role will be in Season 5. As you all know, she gave her Miraculous back to Ladybug because Shadow Daddy found out she was still using it and it was no longer safe for her. Which is fair enough, I do understand, but I'm still sad about it. Okay, let me be sad. However, Alya still knows who Ladybug is, and Marinette is going to be needing all the help she can get this season. And I do think the bulk of that help will come from Cat Noir, since he still does have his Miraculous, but I'm sure Alya will be helping out too, so let's discuss it. And I feel like this can be split into two areas, the first being physical help and the second being emotional, so let's start with the physical help. And I think the most obvious thing is that Alya will be helping Marinette try to get the Miraculouses back. Now, at first I think this could be without using a Miraculous herself, but Illusion is episode 5, so she could start using it from then. However, it's possible that Alya will use a different Miraculous entirely to hide her identity, since Gabriel knows who Rena Rouge and Rena Furtive is, which is a crying shame because Rena Furtive's outfit was fabulous.
Sensational.
Miraculous or not, I think Alya will do what she does best and investigate. I was hoping she would use her investigative skills in Season 4 to help find out who Shadow Daddy was, but they did that for a grand total of like 7 seconds in Mr. Pigeon 72 and then swiftly forgot about it for the whole season, so that was great. But since the Collector, they haven't got any closer to finding out who Hawkmoth is, so I think Alya will come in here, but I'm not sure how much help she could actually be, because very little is known about Hawk Daddy. Other than that, he is persistent, like so persistent. He may be a terrible father and a questionable fashion designer, and he really needs to stop styling his hair to look like a bicycle helmet, but the man is consistent and he is persistent. Day after day, he may be a bad father, but he has gone above and beyond in his husband duties.
Constantly raising the bar for us all, and doing it flawlessly.
You want to marry a man like Gabriel. Just do not have kids with him, it will not end well. Like, you want to marry him, but you don't want to have his babies. No way, oh god, that'd be a nightmare, don't do it. And I do also think Ladybug will finally tell Cat Noir that she told someone her identity, and that she told it to Alya. I don't think Lady Noir can begin to repair itself until Ladybug tells him all of her secrets, including Cat Blanc, and she needs to tell him about this too. I think he will definitely be annoyed at first, I mean, I would be. And yes, I know she did kind of tell him in Haxan, but he wasn't actually paying attention. Like, if you think he was listening and heard her, don't you think he would have brought it up at some point? He's never mentioned it. So once he's come to terms with him not being the first to know her identity, I think the three of them could work together, and Alya will totally tease Marinette about how Cat Noir feels about her. Which, I cannot believe Alya has never done that so far. What kind of friend are you if you don't do that? However, I do think after the events of this season, Cat Noir will start to pull away from Ladybug romantically, and Alya's teasing, teamed with the Strike Back ending, will see Marinette finally start to fall for Cat Noir. Just as he decides he's had enough. Oh, the pain I'm preparing my stone-cold heart for this season. However, I do think Marinette will have lost a little trust in Alya. I had assumed that Alya had told Marinette that she was going to tell Nino that she was still Rena Rouge in Rocketeer, but she didn't, and while I love Nino for protecting Alya in Strike Back, it was an amazing scene, Marinette was not happy with Alya, which I think could lead to her not trusting Alya as fully as before. Which brings us on to the emotional role Alya will play in Season 5. Marinette has already lost some trust in Alya because she didn't tell her about her telling Nino. Like, look at this facial expression, you'd think Alya just told Marinette she'd killed her mum. And while Ladybug does seem to forgive Alya in the alleyway scene at the end of Strike Back, it's still not 100% safe to trust Alya. Now more than ever, Alya is a target. Now, Monarch Daddy obviously knows she doesn't have a Miraculous anymore. Daddy Agreste has all of them but 3, with one being with Felix, and the whereabouts of the other 2 are unknown to him, but he is aware 2 teenagers have them and not Alya. But as he suspected in Optigami and Sentibubbler, Alya is a special holder, being the only person apart from Cat Noir to give out a Miraculous. And now he also knows Ladybug allowed Alya to keep using it after those events, showing to him even further just how much Ladybug trusts her. This unfortunately puts a huge target back on Alya, meaning she could be in danger. I don't think it would be too much of a stretch for Gabriel, or let's be real, Natalie, assuming she didn't cough herself to death on the train. Lila, what is wrong with you? Go and help her. But Natalie will probably speculate that Alya knows who Ladybug is for her to have that much trust in her. They may take this one step further, like in Optigami, where they basically used Adrian to lure his friends to an event because they realised all of them were Miraculous holders. What a coinky-dink. You'd think Ladybug also knew them too. Whether they take it that far or not, I don't know, but one thing is for sure, Alya will be in danger again this season even if she doesn't ever use a Miraculous again. So even if Marinette has forgiven Alya for not telling her about Nino, can Marinette really tell Alya her plans? Or ask her for help? What if Monarch Daddy kidnaps her family again? It's a really big risk.
A risk?
So I think Marinette and Alya could go back to just being, school friends instead of, I don't know, work buddies. And Marinette just leans on Alya for emotional support. As we saw in Season 4, in Episode 1 Truth and Episode 3 Gang of Secrets, Marinette was #not having a fun time, and she did have a bit of a setback in Senti Bubbler 2. Well, Marinette, I hate to break it to you, you thought you were sad then, you are feeling so much worse now. Oh my god, I will not be able to mentally cope with Season 5 myself. How was she going to do it? Good luck, mate. To put it lightly, she's traumatised, and will be needing all the help she can get to not be traumatised anymore, ? Honestly, I'm not sure on the specifics on how Alya will be able to help her, but Alya, she was the MVP of the season. She is going to be there for our girl, no doubt about it. Alya has got this. I do have one kind of last theory though, but I'm not 100% sure about it, but I just thought, I'd throw it in here, see what you all think. But I think Alya maybe suspects the relation between Cat Noir and Fleur Middable. There's this moment in Strike Back I keep going back to where Rena Furtive, Carapace, Purple Tigress and Rooster Bold, my wonderful son, he's fabulous, watch Ladybug introduce Fleur Middable to Cat Noir. And for no reason, it shows how these four react to them meeting, and they all cock their heads to one side. Now, we know that due to quantum masking, you can't tell who the person is, but you can notice features, as shown in Dark Cupid. As in the poem, Adrian describes Ladybug as having bluebell eyes. He knows Ladybug has blue eyes, but he's unable to recognise those eyes without her mask on. With that in mind, I think it's possible the four of them recognise a similarity between Cat Noir and Fleur Middable. It's hard to say for certain if they did. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on this, and there isn't any precedent in the show for this either, but Adria and Felix are basically identical twins. I know Chloe and Zoe are related, but they only share one parent, so they don't look that alike. And whilst Luca and Julika are twins, they really don't look similar at all, apart from being both very, very, very pale. They are both paler than me, and that is an achievement. I think it could be possible that Alya may have recognised that Cat Noir and Fleur Middable look similar, and I would assume Marinette tells Alya that Felix was the one pretending to be Adrian, who was Fleur Middable, and I think Alya could put two and two together and realise Adrian is Cat Noir. I'm not 100% sure on this, like I said, as those facial expressions in that scene could have meant a lot of different things, but in my opinion, Alya and Mark for certain in that scene looked very suspicious about the similarity between the two boys. So those are all of my theories around Alya's involvement next season, besties. She's still going to be important for sure, just in a different way, but I'd love to know what you think she'll be doing next season, and I'll see you in the next one.